Following the sexual abuse lawsuit against Diddy, his hidden secrets are coming to light. With everything that's being exposed, he should be behind bars by now.
Well, I think that the authorities came up with enough evidence to go into a judge by using the civil cases that has came upon him. So because they used the civil cases and found that there was some criminal activity that may have been found at some one of those people who, like Cassie, Jonathan Odie didn't have a civil case against him, but Cassie, Jonathan Odie, and Lil Rob, they used the evidence that they had or the statements they made and convinced the judge that there was enough probable cause to go in there with a search warrant. But the way they did the search warrant and how they did it, man, I thought he was El Chapo or somebody. You know, they took a tactical team in there, brother. They had tactical units. They did enough investigation. See, people think that when the federal government go in there on you, the reason they got a 99% conviction rate because most people say, they got me. They don't go to court with them. So for them to have a team in New York, because they didn't really mention too much about New York, they had property in New York, property in Miami, and a property in LA, all simultaneously hit. Those different agencies had to get together, plan that, and that's not no bull, you know, that's a lot of manpower, a lot of money. So they want to know how they spent the taxpayer. The taxpayer's gonna know why you spending my money on this to come up with nothing. And you gotta look at that interview that Jonathan Odie did, bruh. You know what I'm saying? That was probably more damaging than Cassie. And that was more damaging than Cassie, because check this out. He said Diddy was transporting liquid cocaine on his private jet. So if anybody got illegal guns up in there, if they find any kind of drugs to a high amount, cocaine and weed, I don't think Diddy gonna get charged because what he did. He put everything in his kid's name and his company.
Did you see the video of his kids in handcuffs?
Yeah, that's a tactical thing. The kids being in handcuffs is a tactical thing that law enforcement use, you understand, hoping that people who've never been in handcuffs before, that it either scares them or want to make them talk. There's no reason after they searched those kids because they didn't have a search warrant for bodies.
Unfortunately for Diddy's drug mule, he was present during the raid. With loads of evidence found in his possession, it's only a matter of time before the feds turn him into a star witness.
Brand new video just released shows the arrest of P. Diddy's alleged drug mule, who was taken into custody while trying to board the rapper's private jet.
Yeah, put him in the car. I'll do this.
Word from Brendan Paul, the alleged drug mule, but he doesn't look too happy when he's put in the backseat of a squad car.
Phones, logs, pictures, tapes. You know, that's what they search warrant is for. They didn't have a search warrant for bodies. So those kids, when they came out, they should have searched them, and then, yo, listen, y'all sit down right there. That was a tactical move to get them to talk and to scare them into saying something, you know, by keeping them handcuffed like that. They didn't have to do those kids like that. None of those kids have, that I know of, criminal cases against them. So in the authorities' mind, they feel like Puff knew what Meech was doing. Then with the introduction to Jacob and different people, and a lot of people going to jail for money laundering and stuff like that, Puff being, and this is documented, Puff being a CI for an FBI agent. I said this years ago, that Kim and Kirk Burroughs took some paperwork, they was taking some papers up to the FBI, stuff like when they was here in New York. They was taking paperwork up there and stuff like that. With the people had it wrong. They think it was with the Black Mafia family. No, it was with Butt Naked. I said this years ago. The person that he said is his senior advisor, Corey Jacobs. Corey had 9 16-to-life sentences for drug trafficking. You make him your senior advisor, even though that was your man, he coming home. That's your man, pots and pans. But Whoop was the one who took care of them when they was away. You know what I'm saying? Whoop was the one who took care of them. So now, you got all these, these characters, around you.
P. Diddy's alleged sex slave made shocking accusations against him years ago. Back then, people dismissed him as crazy and said he was just hallucinating. But it doesn't seem like anyone's doubting him now.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot of business. Because what they would do is Sean talks a lot on the phone and on the TV with speakers and stuff, and I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all right? I caught herpes, and I came back and I sued him for the herpes and won. But Mark Eros and Ben Mercedes were his attorneys, okay? And Christopher Leon's here was my attorney. They asked me to turn in that, which was the video recording, and I did so. They gave it back to me accidentally, and it's possible, I threw everything out, it's possible I can produce a copy, okay? So what they've been doing is, they've been promoting a hate agenda against Trump. So people hate him, okay? Because they know he is very alpha, okay? Very alpha in the sense that he likes money, he likes to make money, and he likes women, and they know they want to defame him in certain ways with Stormy, with other people, because they want him out of the government, okay? But it ain't happening because it's too smart for them. You understand what I'm saying?
You're trying to, right?
Don is intelligent. We have a similar type of intelligence and overview of things. The only thing is he's not seeing that Hillary is a distant cousin of his and Obama have a different plan for him.
When Diddy found out that Cassie was involved with Kid Cutie, he tried to kill him and nearly succeeded.
One of the other allegations in the Cassie Ventura lawsuit concerned Kid Cudi. This is from Michael Velli from YouTube. Will the feds investigate the rumors that Kid Cudi's car was blown up by Diddy because he dated Cassie Ventura? For facts purposes, Kid Cudi's car was blown up.
Absolutely, I think they'll investigate it. I think they're taking everything that's been filed, they're combing through it, and they're going to turn over every leaf or every rock, every car, so to speak, and anything that they can use against him, they're going to investigate it and try to use it against him. So definitely.
Let's stay with you.
Can I also say it just goes to his access. If you can blow someone's car up, it just goes to the reach that you have, and it just substantiates someone's fear of him, especially, we were talking about witness protection earlier. He has reach. He can send someone to blow up a car if he so desires over a love issue, spurned love interest or something of that sort. So
it's an act.
He put hands on her. To the point where it's that nobody was helping her. Now, this is a story that was told to me, bro, by somebody who was there. You know what I'm saying? And they said he put hands on her. Misha was running from him so hard, trying to get away from him, she tried to crawl up under a car. Puffy was, Misa was like I said, she was a talented, beautiful girl, bruh. And if Puff didn't get his way, you know what I'm saying? He always did that play fighting stuff. You know, he always he start off like he play fighting with somebody. You understand? And then as soon as the girl tell him to stop, or whatever like that, then she hits him hard. That's when it started going on. And like, I can't really say that per se, you could hear stuff and you could know stuff, you know, because he'll come running out the room sometime, laughing and joking and stuff, and they chase him out the room, then they go back in the room, and then you hear stuff. But to witness it per se, I'm never gonna witness a man being violent or doing anything to another woman and not interject and stop it. I don't care what you paying me, I don't care who you are, I don't care what I'm doing. I'm not gonna do this because I'm not gonna risk my livelihood for you being an asshole. So, no, you're not gonna do it in front of me. So it was rumors, like you said, that she was younger, but then he didn't get her pregnant, I don't think, until she got old enough she was of age. Y'all call it grooming now. But he was young too.
Speaking of Misa, what was the situation between her and Suge that had Diddy mad?
Oh my God. My man, I think we were looking for Kim. Were we looking for Kim? We had just left Jennifer Lopez, and then we was looking for Kim because Kim wasn't home. Misa was out there with Mary, and they was doing some kind of work out there. I guess she was doing some styling for Death Row, or that was a ploy by Suge Knight to get her out there to make Puff mad, because Puff really wasn't taken care of at the time. You understand? You know, he wasn't getting her enough child support. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. And Misa it was crazy for her. So she had to get out and make money on her own. You know what I'm saying? And this is, because I used to bodyguard Misa too. So this is what she had said to me about he not doing right by her as far as the child support. Like he was doing, you know, giving Kim, paying for Kim.
I've never seen a situation where it's better to be Diddy's enemy than his friend, and that's just messed up. Almost everyone who's dealt with him ends up dead, abused, or labeled crazy when they try to expose him.
I want to get right into it. One of the victims, she alleges that, you know, Diddy and Aaron Hall back in 1991 took turns raping her. What you think about that?
Well, I think because the New York state law has made rape just like murder, there's no statute of limitation. A lot of people going to be coming out the woodwork charging these guys who did things like she said that they did way back when. Now, Cassie has already proved that Puff is capable of doing what this girl said. Now, did he do her? Don't know that. Aaron Hall? Don't know him either, brother, but I know of him. He was a good friend of my family, K. Slay, but I learned from him some stuff about him from K, but I learned something from him directly by Gloria Velez herself. You know, she told me that he was dealing with her when she was 16 years old. I think she made a statement to everybody else. It was me, Scott, friend of mine's named Cree, one of Scott rappers that he was finna put on and everything like that, because he had a thing called Tough Jew Production, and it was Gloria Velez. So we started talking about relationship and how older dudes always want younger girls and stuff like that, and she brought up Aaron Hall. So I know Aaron and Kay was cool. So she said, yeah, Aaron, he was, for light of a better words, having sex with me, and I was just 16 years old. So me questioning her, I said, so where did he meet you at? And she said, we met at a club. And I said, when you supposed to be 21 years old in the club? And she said, yeah. I said, so when did he find out that you were 16 years old? She said, we was on the line at the airport in customs, and he found that I was 16 years old. They wouldn't let me go to Jamaica with him, and I needed a consent, my parental consent, in order to go to Jamaica. So I said, so he think that you older than that. He just found out when y'all went to Jamaica? She said, yeah. I said, so how could you fault him? You in the club and it's 21 years. You understand what I'm saying? The club say 21, you 16 years old now. He bagged you. He put you on a flight finna take you to Jamaica, and he found out you 16 years old when he gets to customs. So he's capable of doing a whole lot of stuff. Yo, bro, this ain't nothing new. All this stuff been going on in the industry for a long time. You know, wasn't you, didn't it mess with your head up when Aaron Hall said, and he said this years ago, you can ask Jodeci, you can ask Puffy how big my private is. Me and my dudes looked at each other like, what? Them niggas watching each other, huh? Is you serious?
Kim would be on the phone with him a lot, and and it was kind of like, man, like he's very vulnerable at that time. But he's doing this, he's doing that, but then he still wants, it's kind of like, I want to be able to do everything I want to do, but still have you.
Bro, they had twins together.
Yeah.
The twin girls.
Yeah, so.
Well, no, wait, did they have 3 kids together?
I don't know.
Let me see.
I don't know. We never hung with the kids. I didn't really know what was happening there. But the guy I met, right?
Well, they have 4 kids together. Oh, wait. Well, sort of. So Quincy, Diddy essentially raised him. He's Al B. Shure's kid.
Right.
So they have twin daughters, Delia and Jessie. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the first one's name. And then Christian Combs. So they have 3 biological kids together.
Yeah, see, it's like this. Like, again, I'm gonna say it again. I don't look at celebrity. So I look at people like, okay, as P. Diddy is what Sean Combs is playing for work. That's the way I look at it. People want to hate on me with the whole Tupac thing. I don't give a fuck. I knew the guy I knew, and and a lot of people substantiate what I said. The people who really knew. No, never mind who you wanted to make him out to be or who he was playing. I never see the other thing. I think like, oh, that's something you play, right? And I don't hold that. That's your gig, is over here. But the person that I knew, just like with Bobby Brown, people didn't want to believe. Like, I knew a cat that was like trying to be a dad. That was like vulnerable as shit. And like, I always talk about how great of a father I felt Bobby was. People don't want to believe that shit.
I believe it.
But Bobby is one of the nicest people on the fucking planet. He is such a beautiful, loving person, but everybody want to paint him to be something else. He's just, his heart is this big. At the time, Puffy, the one that I knew, he was in a vulnerable place. And then, of course, that don't look like the guy when I turn the channel who's like really, acting like a rapper.